Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Fantasy World Building. So, last episode we did this, which sort of maybe actually worked a little bit. I haven't done anything with it since last episode. The only thing I did was let this thing run for a little bit longer, so we have a bit more of that. But one thing I did say last episode was that between clips I had made some discoveries. And in order to take a look at most of those, we're going to have to go back to the surface for a bit. And things are already lagging. Off to an excellent start. Don't know why. It was fine just a second ago. Well, before we head to the surface, there is one thing. This right here is apparently 1.2 and 5. 1.2 and 5. The same as diamond. So that's... yeah, that's vaguely irritating. One thing I did do between episodes was put these in the water. This one seems quite good. This one seems less good. Seems like this one actually requires the bait to be put in, and this one just has somewhat better yields when the bait is in there. I don't know. I'll have to experiment with them more later. Before we head to the surface, should we just take a quick look around? Quick boat around? Yeah, we might as well. Pretty much already seen everything that's over on this side. I do still think this is going to be a great spot for some kind of large-scale factory type thing, but that's going to be a ways off. And then we have over here. Is it better like this? I guess so. This thing here, this bridge, I'm sort of partially tempted to take it down to open up the space a little bit more and give more viewing, well, so that you can see further in the caverns, you know. But at the same time, I actually really like it. It kind of breaks up the I'm not really sure how to describe what I mean here. But I think if we, like, cleaned it up, built it out of, well, built up onto it a bit, I think it could look really interesting, with, like, houses and buildings up in the walls along the caverns. But speaking of caverns, let's take a look over here. We have a welcoming committee. How far back does that go? Ooh. Well, there's something interesting we could take a look at. And it looks like it goes further back. That just looks like cave, not actual water cavern. Here's where this bridge intersects. One thing, if we're going to keep this bridge, we need to, like, support it. I mean, that... Yoop. and then up again, and then you, and then up again, and then over. I think that'd look really nice. For sure. Then there's that back there. Bit of a ravine. Might just close that off. Kind of hard to tell what's going on up there, but I think housing up along that, because that's part of a cave. We've actually been up there before, the first time we were here. And then there's that ravine back there, and that ravine back there. Could be interesting. I think we should make a road from down here to further up somewhere, and I think that ravine there is actually be a good spot for it. Because we have this, like, slope up here, and it kind of connects up here, and I think it'd be cool to have a bridge right across that gap going into this ravine and going that way. Could also have roads going, like, up along the top of this ravine, the other ravines we've seen. Maybe, possibly. I think there's another ravine either up there, or, oh no, it's this here. Yeah, this here. That's where we came in the first time. Ooh. What is that? Oh. Obviously. But yeah, I think having a road up to there would be good. Partially for aesthetic reasons and logistical reasons, and partly because I know that's a way to get out. So actually, no, it's going to be easier to come from that side and go across. Okay, well, I'm going to head to the surface. I will be with you momentarily. I just remembered this is a place. Oh, hello. No, we need to kill it with this. Did I just see something else? Yo. Ow! That hurt. The lag does not help. The lag does really not help. Come on now. Really? Well, one of the discoveries that I made was what you're seeing right now. Can you see it? The slow fall. Oh, this is not the way. Is this the way? Can this be the way? Oh, are you serious? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, look, it's a troll. Oh, and you're not dead. Or despawned. I don't suppose I can persuade you to just go away. Oh, are you for real? That's just super duper irritating. What are the chances he sees me? Very good. Use the water. Well, that's what that sound is, in case anybody was wondering. Don't know if anybody remembers the beginning of this season, this series. There was a point where we were hearing this sound. Come on. Got kind of freaked out by it. Okay, it's immune to arrows. That's cool. And also not great. Well, that was exciting, I guess. I feel like we don't press our luck. Which we don't seem to have a whole lot of at the moment anyway. Now, as I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted, I had forgotten that this place exists. So here's actually another spot where we could set up some Embers stuff. Oh, and that looks like that might be bedrock. Yeah. This would be a cool spot too. Really wanted to kill that guy with this. That's irritating. Especially since he was down to what? 1 hit? Okay, well, after that little adventure, let's go ahead and put on the other warmer clothes. It's still frighteningly cold out here. Okay, so, if you didn't notice it when I was, well, just after I was dead there, the, this ghostly shape. This is something that you have to, this is part of this mod, Corail Tombstone, Knowledge of Death. I hadn't had it bound to anything, and I hadn't ever really looked at it. So, I bound it to numpad 1 for now, and, I didn't actually mean to click that. The game lagged right in the middle of everything, and I accidentally clicked that. So, yeah, but this is, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that we can take a look at. That's the first thing, but that was why I had slow falling on right after dying there. This here is the second thing. I had been just back here. I made a little puddle of water, and I was just fishing because right around here you can see the temperature thing. It's neutral. So I was just kind of fishing for the heck of it. It's so cold out that it's difficult to go out and collect food, and those things are the only things that are growing, and these things I still think are kind of overpowered. I still fully intend to reduce the amount of food saturation that these give. But other than that, nothing is growing. So I decided to fish for a bit. And in fishing for a bit, got a whole bunch of stuff. Now, up to here, this was with a vanilla fishing rod, but I actually have this mod, Aquaculture, and it adds its own fishing rod, which you just do like that, and then there's other variants. And it has its own drops, which is from here to here. So, there's actually some interesting stuff here. Enchanted book with light pierce, which no idea what it does. The Apotheosis mod, it's supposed to make it where holding shift on an enchanted book gives you a description of what it does, but oh, it looks like it works on these. Okay, so that must be an enchantment from some other mod that doesn't give that functionality or something? I don't know. I have no idea what it is. The other things are these, which we'll take a look at in a second. This, which, I mean, we have better bows, but I don't think any of the ones we have are soulbound, but just some basic junk. I have been, last episode and the beginning of this episode, we've been eating fish. This just gives slime balls, which is, you know, neat. This, the only thing you can do with it is make jellied eels or cook it into just regular cooked fish. Maybe I'm not understanding what the hardy modifier does, but I thought hardy morsel was better than a morsel? And this has got like a whole bunch of other ingredients, so I don't know. I don't know what that's up. What's up with that? This right here is actually interesting because it's got some bunch of food crafting recipes, and it's apparently you can grow it. I don't know how yet, but we'll definitely take a look at that. This is interesting. That right there is really interesting. Kind of funky. I don't know what else you can do with that. Another one of these. And then just this is just like turns it into planks. Well, that's bones, obviously. Nuggets. There's some lock boxes from Aquaculture. A box from Aquaculture. A couple of these. I just kept this one fish because it's 46.3 pounds. That's just an enormous fish, and I thought that was hilarious. 3 pairs of leather boots, and then some algae, which is just food. So, let's go ahead and actually let me put stuff away first. So yeah, let's take a look at some of this stuff. I think I'll go ahead and get these just smelting. The bow, I guess we'll just put it up here. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I showed everything that I fished up, with the exception of the fish. There were quite a few fish that I just turned into fish and ate as fish. So, yeah. Go ahead and get that going. Let's see. Let's take a look in the box. Okay, that's nice. Interesting. Okay then. Let's take a look at these. Ooh. Oh. Another book. That's actually not too bad. Could have been more useful earlier, but I mean, we can actually go past level 30 enchanting, so that is potentially useful. Can we do that? Yes. Gold. That actually reminds me. Gold. I took the other 2 ingots that we had in here downstairs, but wow, okay. Oh, that's actually tin. For some reason I thought that was iron. Either way, that's kind of cool. Should we take it downstairs? We might as well. But yes, the gold. Something I realized is that gold is used to make, Tombstone, and that's... we have 1 here and 2 downstairs, and that's it. So because of that, I think we should really go mining for gold. There was a place not too far off. I think it's just like the other side of the river. Well, we're not going to be able to see it. It's too cold out. But yeah, we should probably grab some more gold before heading back downstairs. But then there are these. Now, take a look at what these say. This tablet must have possessed a great power long ago. Needs time for its magic to awaken. These two are the same. This one is different, but it was one of these. I had it in my inventory while I was fishing, and it changed. Now it says that it seems to depict a distant place, mineshaft. Distance 2000. And if you take a look at it, it's right there. Isn't that interesting? I'm kind of tempted to just go out there and take a look, but I think we should read through this first. Probably I should have read through this like to start with, but it didn't even occur to me because it's this weird menu thing that you have to bind a key to, you know. So I don't know. Collection of information. Well, let's take a look. Die in Tombstone. When a player dies, a grave is created containing all lost items. The player reappears with the grave's key, allowing to teleport if enchanted, as well as a ghostly shape effect preventing creatures from attacking you. Well, that hasn't really worked all that well, has it? At least once or twice we've been totally charcoaled by a dragon while that effect was in effect, so... yeah. The amount of experience lost is defined in the config and adjusted by the perk Memento Mori by 20% per level, allowing to reach 100%. Well, apparently the config says that we don't lose any. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't... like... since this has perks to do that, yeah, probably should lose experience on death. I'll have to take a look at that. Ghostly shape is an effect received after a death that prevents creatures from attacking you. Again, doesn't seem to work on everything. It can be improved with the perk Ghostly Shape, granting some additional effects. The effect is cancelled if you attack a creature or retrieve your grave. If the config restricts Ghostly Shape, the effect will also be cancelled if you open a chest, break a block, or push a hostile creature. I'll have to take a look at the config for that too. After you reappear from a death, you receive the grave's key. This allows you to locate your grave at a distance when you are in the same dimension. The key can be enchanted with a soul haunting a decorative grave, or by crafting, allowing you to teleport directly to your grave. The key has a chance to be directly enchanted, defined in the config, and adjusted by the perk Jailer of 20% per level to reach 100. I don't think we've ever gotten an enchanted one. Or if we have, I haven't noticed. Decorative grave. Decorative graves are special blocks that emit smoke at night. They can be made from dark marble and any skull, and can be harvested with a pickaxe or shovel. You can engrave them with an anvil and an iron ingot, and by replacing the actual name with a new one. The decorative graves are sometimes haunted by a soul, defined by the config, that can be used to enchant certain magical items such as the grave's key, scrolls, and tablets. The chance to have a soul on a decorative grave is not influenced if the chunk is unloaded. Shall we keep going? This is seeming fairly in-depth, actually. Some souls are sometimes condemned to wander the world of mortals. and end up haunting places like decorative graves. These holes can help you by enchanting some of your magical items, freeing them from their internal condemnation. It's possible to find them trapped in a soul receptacle. That looks familiar. Some stories say that necromancers sometimes imprison souls in a receptacle to prevent them from dying. Make freedom to these souls by bringing them back to a decorative grave. Gives 10 death knowledge points. It is possible to find out on undead bosses. Familiar receptacle. This receptacle cannot be created without a high knowledge of death. It can capture the soul of one of your dead familiar and all its possessions. The soul contained in the receptacle must then recover by slowly absorbing the vital essence of the wearer. The most common use of this receptacle is to bring its familiar back to life by praying with the Ankh. The required level to craft a familiar receptacle can be defined in Config. List of unlockable perks. So, progressing in various ways with the Ankh of Prey. By completing the advancements of Tombstone. We've done a few of those. By enchanting items with decorative graves. By releasing a soul from a soul receptacle. Knowledge of death also increases the minimum time without sleeping for phantom to spawn near player by 10% for each level. What on earth is a phantom? Alignment. The alignment depends on the actions made by the player. It can unlock some perks or allow to use some magical items. Each level of alignment also reduces the damage done by undead/living creatures depending on your side of alignment. Damage reduction does not affect those of other players. The Ankh of Prey is an item allowing to earn knowledge of death, but with a cooldown. When the object is usable, it can be used to pray near a decorative tomb, 1 point, also giving a chance to receive a beneficial effect, or to exorcise a zombie villager, 3 points. Oh, you don't say. Oh. Most tombstone items can be enchanted with the help of Grave's Soul that are haunting randomly decorative graves by using the item on the grave with a right click. Okay, so it's looking to me like what you do, you craft these decorative graves and then you place them and they can be haunted. And then that's where you get the Grave's Souls. Interesting. So, hold on. Interesting. Treasure Seeker. Plus 10% chance to find rare structures instead of villages. Does that mean... What does that mean? Should we go take a look? We have 2 more of these things. I assume that you just hold them in your inventory and they eventually, like, unlock. I'm more and more curious about what this actually is now that I've actually read through all of that. Oh. Right. One other thing that happened between clips last episode. I really wanted to find some lapis, so I went looking off that way, and, well, you know how there is this mountainside here. Actually, let me... Oh boy. Sure hope he's not hungry. There is this mountain here, and then there is the mountain on the other side, like, basically this, but back that way a bit. And it's over this mountain that we were properly charcoaled multiple times by that green dragon when we were trying to head in that direction earlier in this series. Well, the thing is, somewhere headed out there trying to find it, And I was trying to be really careful, and yeah, dragon still happened. It's still, I was out of range to be able to actually see the thing, and it just roasted both me and the horse. I was in the process of trying to run away, and it's still, we just weren't fast enough. The amount of damage, like the initial blast of fire was enough that the fire tick eventually brought us down. So yeah, we're down a horse. Wait, is this? Well, this is a different one. That's a chest, that is. Hang on. How have we missed this all the times we've come through here? Whoa. Oh my. Many of these, that's enough to make a book. Okay, well, this is some good stuff, but nothing super duper exciting. So, let's go ahead and continue. And the last time we were over in this direction, first of all, the game was lagging hideously, and footage I ended up cutting most of it out, but yeah, that there on the left. Let's not. Already lost one horse. I really want to see what that is. It says mine shaft. This chest here. Nope. Oh, there's iron. Right. I think I'm gonna leave those there. And leave that like that. And this to just indicate that, yes, this one has been explored. But yeah, so we have these things. I assume you just hold them in your inventory and then they reveal themselves, I guess? So, at some point, we're gonna have to go and check that out. It's just not gonna be now. I think... Should we go ahead and do this? I don't see why not. Ew. Okay, well, that's cool and all, but, for the moment at least, we are not going to do anything with it. Simply because we have other missions, and it's really freaking cold up here. I think, actually, yeah, I think I'm going to go and dig up some gold, and then we'll head back down. I think that was all that happened. I can't think of anything else. It's possible there was something else. Actually, there was one thing. This. Serene Seasons greenhouse glass. You can actually make this glass, and it I don't remember the specifics of it, but it actually lets you to grow stuff out of season, so that is going to be really helpful. And this right here is why we're retreating underground. It's just too dang cold up here, man. Okie dokie. I pulled out 40 of it. There's still a whole mess of it down there. I didn't want to gather all of it because of the possibility of at some point coming back with fortune. Alright, well, with that, I think we're going to head back down and get some stuff done. I think I want to set up a basic Embers ore doubling setup thing. I don't know about workshop or factory, but just something basic. Maybe a little less basic than what we currently have set up, you know. Okay, now here's this ravine. It actually goes a fair ways back, which is interesting. Also, I'm noticing that this path we dug here is not actually at the top of the ravine. We might want to move it to be at the top of the ravine. Okay, it's actually right up over top of this. That's interesting. could be cool to work with, but that's not really the path that I'm looking for. Because basically we want to be there, I think. To go that way across, because there should be... I don't know. We'll work it out later. For now, I think, like, that right there, and then it goes up and through there. Oh, that might actually potentially connect to wherever that water's coming from. Or we could connect it. I mean. But that up there is where... Don't know. It's that figuring out a road, an underground road, to get from down here up to that mountainside is gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be... something. Oh, it's probably not gonna be very fun. Okay, well, here's all the ember we've got. This seems to be mainly just fuel. It's used for this, whatever this is. I don't know if that's like something you do repeatedly or if that's just a one-time crafting recipe. I have no idea, but it does... It's pretty good fuel. This... I do wish I knew whether it was better to do the shards or the crystals for this thing. I don't have the foggiest clue which would be better. Regardless of any of that, we're starting to get toward the point of nothing has happened this episode again, and I'd really like to build some stuff. Maybe get some Embers stuff set up. I think... Should we prioritize building a structure? I think no. I think what we should do is do something with this. I think this can just stay here for now. We can manually transfer it. This... I don't know. Do we... The big thing that I'm struggling with here, just to kind of give an idea of what I'm stuck with here, is these things, the extractors, require redstone to run. When they're being run, they can't be, like... We can do that, but then to send it the other way, we turn this on, and then it goes down the pipes, but then we have to turn this off to let the fuel in, and then turn that back on to let the stuff actually be pulled out. Now, I'm reasonably confident that I could set up some kind of very basic redstone circuit and timer thing to make that happen. I mean, I've never done it before, but I watched a lot of redstoners do that sort of thing. So I think I could set something up like that. But the problem is that I'm reasonably certain 12 redstone ain't gonna cut it. So at least for now, I think we kind of have to do a lot of this stuff manually or semi-manually. Like, there doesn't seem to be any redstone circuitry or anything that Embers adds. That's another thing that I'm not liking. Like, these require a redstone signal, but, like, buttons can... Whoa. Okay. That was nifty. Buttons can look okay, but levers are not all that great. And, like, the machine itself looks cool, but then you add stuff onto it and it looks less cool, so I'm not sure how to make that look interesting. And on top of all of that, I'm not really sure how to set all of this stuff up. You know something I just thought of? Can you use Ember Grit as the fuel for these things? Is that a thing? I don't expect it would be. For real? Oh. Oh, that is interesting. Does that mean potentially you could make these things almost self-sufficient? Huh. I mean, I don't think that would quite be self-sufficiency, but that is an interesting thing. Oh, that didn't run very long. Huh. Okay, so let's figure this out. I need to figure out, does this... doesn't have an inventory directly. Okay, so here's how I think I'm going to approach this. What we want is a box. What we're going to do is we're going to set up something where we have an input chest, we have an output chest. The input is going to be the raw ore, and the output is going to be the ingots. Input, output. Very simple. We can't open these. Right. I know how chests work. I got this. It's cool. It's fine. I mean, we don't need to make it pretty at the moment. Just want to set it up like that. So, this thing here will actually... I don't know if that will work, but we're going to find out. Actually, I can find out if that will work. Do that, and then just put something in it. Will it... No. Okay. Needs to be one for the mag. Extractor, item pipe, lever. Something I want to find out is, can these things be indirectly powered? Whoa. Oh. Oh, they can. I assumed that they needed to be directly powered, but they don't. That's significant. What if we use an item vacuum? Hold on a second. Do we have the lead for this? Yes. If we can use this instead, then... can we just, like, throw stuff at it? Yeah. Yeah. It's looking like no. Item vacuum is a means of sucking in items in the world. Simply power it with redstone, of course. Yes, right. They don't have an internal inventory, so they're not like hoppers. Okay. So if I do that... if we do that, and then chuck something at it. Yes. Okay. And is that now in that? Yes. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're sort of getting somewhere. Now, what we want is that thing. Let me put this stuff down. Oh my, did that really? Oh, it totally did. Okay, yeah, we're gonna want a lever on that for sure. That's slightly scary. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay. Well, good to know. Okay, this goes here. This goes here. And I'm not even worried about trying to get this back, because I want this literally to just be bar production. Like, we can just shove stuff into this and it makes the bars. We'll make other things for creating other things. Where are the fluid pipes? I'm seeing a similar issue here. I'm gonna have to move this up one. I think... Is this valid? No. Okay, so we'll need to move the vacuum up one. I think this... Oops. This... Oh, can you not pull from the bottom of it? Should be able to. Oh. No, it pulls from the top. Never mind. We don't need to move it one down. We need to do this. And this. And then this can just... Because that'll just constantly be pulling the liquid. Because these are fluid pipes, they won't pull anything else. Next, we need Ember receptors, which we'll hook up in a second. Okay, now here's a question. Do we separate the Ember production, like this, from this? Have it in a separate machine? Or just have it be where you just dump Ember into it and it does it automatically? I think for large-scale factories it'd be way cooler to separate it out, but I think for this we will actually do it all in one. So... Oh, I just really realized this Meat Feast pizza gives buffs. Oh. In that case, I kind of don't want to waste it. I pulled it out of one of those dungeons when we were... Or... No, I don't remember. I pulled it out of somewhere. If we were to... We're not going to be able to pipe that up. Need another extractor here. And then... you know what? We can put this... And it just disappeared. Cool. Did it just go into the melter? I sure hope not. Yes, it had gone into the melter. Okay, careful with the old item vacuums. Let's try a cabinet instead. Right, that works. Okay. That'll be for Ember. Okay. Now we can potentially just close this up. We might have a bit more of this. Yeah, maybe not enough. Not entirely sure this is actually going to work all closed up like this, but it's the basic idea behind what I'm trying to accomplish here. Basically, in order to figure out how all of this works, I want to make something that I know how the whole thing functions. So, let's do this. Ember. Don't know how much it would need to actually finish, but let's put that much in. There goes that. Okay, the activator activated. Oh, these things need a redstone signal. Dang it. Dang it. Have levers just everywhere, man. Okay, now what is not being turned on? Okay, it is actually making it in. So, why is the melter not working? melter's acting like it's not getting power, but I already checked and it said... Pretty sure it said, yeah. Oh, but it needs Ember to be received from bottom. Oh, poo. Okay. So we maybe move it up 1. Why does it need to have Ember at the bottom? That seems silly. Okay, well, means this needs to go up 1. And that means that this is not going to work. Because that's going to try and push Ember into this. What if we moved it over? No, because that fluid pipe needs to be there. This thing is just getting taller. Should be able to disconnect that, and then this can go here, and this will have to go here. Okay, that might work. Use a little bit more Ember. Okay, it immediately sucked it in. Immediately activated it. Boom. And boom. Melter's melting. Oh, there it goes. That actually looks kind of cool. 4 ore input, 4 ingots out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's not exactly the prettiest thing. I mean, it's a box with stuff sticking out the top, but I mean, we made it work. You know what? Let's just stuff a whole bunch in there. See what happens. See how much it actually gives us. Although, now I think about it, we probably should have, like, actually noted down how much that was. Well, at any rate, it's working. Oh, right. That's why we didn't put that there. I don't really want to waste any of this on stairs at the moment. That's kind of all we've got, and I did we bring... Some dunderhead decided not to bring down any ash. Okay, well, sure. And all the while I've been sitting here working this out, fish. And I think these can all be turned into regular fish, and then you can just cook them. Actually, we don't have a furnace. Does Embers have some kind of furnace, I wonder? Inferno Forge. Well, that sounds way overkill. Let's just get a simple little basic thing over here to cook some fish. Yeah. Well, I would call that a success. The melter is still going. Why isn't the stamper? Actually, you know what? Let's kind of break this side open a little bit and get some of those gauges. How do you make the gauges? These things. Dials. Paper. We don't have paper down here. Why would we have paper down here? Oh, by the way, some of this stuff is, I did do some fishing down here with the, Aquaculture fishing rod, so that's why that's why this stuff's here. We don't have paper. Why would we have paper? Well, poo. Okay, I mean, oh. Suddenly getting some interesting stuff. Is there really no way to see without getting some of those things? Or is it that this thing ran out of ember? Is that the problem? That might be the problem. Hold on a second. Does this mean that the stamper requires more ember than the melter? I would expect it to be the other way around. Interesting. I'm curious what happens if we just dump all of the ember grit in here. Let's see how much that gives us. But yeah, I think this thing probably actually needs to be lit up at the top, doesn't it? Just in case. I'd really rather not this thing get creepered. Okay, well, I think that is going to definitely have to do it for this episode. I'm not sure how long this is going to end up being, but I've been recording for quite a while now, trying to work this thing out. But either way, that is going to have to do it. I think between episodes, I'm actually, I'm going to do this right now. We had brought down a whole ton of charcoal, and I'm going to literally just dump a stack of this stuff into it and see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna let that run. Yeah, it seems to be a theme for this whole series is, I don't know. So, yeah, we'll have to see next episode. I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions what to do next episode, let me know. It's just, yeah, I don't just don't suggest anything about working on the surface because it is still just too cold. But I don't know. Either way, thank you for watching. I am going to go ahead and end this here before I keep rambling on about nonsense. So, yes. Thank you for watching. Hope somebody enjoyed it. Anyone who is even vaguely familiar with the Embers mod probably did not find any of this even slightly entertaining, so apologies. I am not familiar with it, so yeah, sorry about that. But, well, you gotta learn somehow. And again, I don't want to just do everything off camera in this series. So, hope to see you next time. Do please leave me suggestions for what to do next, or any advice you have on the configs or anything. I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm really starting to repeat myself here, so I'm going to just say goodbye, farewell, take care,